The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
You don't have nothing else to do than try to snatch my phone? You go to sleep like a 70.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but
we can bang it out after this match, Chris.
In practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah. Come on, take your pass fire off. They're going to be all over the floor.
On second down, it's Jones.
Oh, my fault, bro.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive
Your
line.
whole
They'll
name
take down
showing
all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A give to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield now on second down. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Detroit! Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense.
Under a heavy
God
rush,
damn, he had no time to throw the ball.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Mayfield, that is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roll free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
The outside
rhythm, number of carries, just keep giving it to them.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll hand it down to Geis, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Allen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry
wide open
in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Go to ball, man.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Oh, my God.
Star Latulippe in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Third and long for Mayfield.
Throw it.
Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He'll take it at the 42. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Sacked.
Nice
My
job
guys
there
can't sack
defensively.
nobody.
A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They'll try and get it with Geis, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the 1st quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. The give is to Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd down, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there.
Be good, baby. Yeah. Yeah, huh?
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Right.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
He threw the ball behind him when the dude is wide open with nobody in front of him. Nothing. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. You know? He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Allen gonna throw.
Bye
Flush to
bye.
his right. And down he'll go at the 25.
Bye.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Bye.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
How you doing,
breather? Now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Look at me,
First down, and they're going to throw it out. The left side completion to Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got...
Hi, baby. What? What? What?
They did.
Oh, pudding, fuck. Go back to my pudding, go my pudding.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's supposed to be 68 degrees on Sunday.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's like a book gun. You just shoot on your hands. Nasty.
Now Mayfield.
Nasty.
A dump underneath to Jones. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Like he was talking on me. And I was like, hello. They're like, I was like, you talking on the phone today? I'm like, this with my hands. I said, hello, Jay. He's looking like I was talking to him. I was the first time I ever seen him make big talk on the phone.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran, used to call student body right or student body left, because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier? In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. The 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a short 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
It's so funny now that Calvin doesn't live here no more. I'm always walking around in my pants. When he was here, I'll always walk around in my underwear.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That's Samuel caught left side. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion. Now they face 3rd down.
Feel like Kevin dropped when you get like near the bottom of the staircase.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Riley up there sweating. I really downstairs and she all cold. It's not.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Who told you? Who told you to get out?
The team on now as this one's set away.
Baby Houdini.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about it.
Easy drop.
Fight me then.
Last time.
I dropped the touchdown, he dropped the pick.
You're tired, so you go back.
Has to make that stand up.
The dad tired, dad. The dad tired, dad. The dad.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I love you, baby.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
You gonna love your mama more. I carried you.
So the shotgun,
you stretch my body out of shape. You made my titties sag. You don't love me more.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You break off this side. Mr. Strong, baby.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got it at the 15. A big play here for the Bills. 55 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a run with Geis. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Cleveland after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Geis. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Darius Geis, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills are in for 6.
Saw the height right when I was getting ready to move over
if he
there.
changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Look at it. Look how long I'm clicking the button. Look how long it takes some clicking the button.
It's incomplete.
That's so stupid. Like, they shouldn't have to put the button that long.
Trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield looks to throw.
Look at this.
Wide open receiver complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
Look at that. I1, wide open, clicking it. Ball don't want to come on my damn hands. This shit is weak.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Referee. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Steps away to his left.
Throw the damn ball, man.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Should have been picked.
As his guys are in for 6.
If you keep running, I'm over here trying to stop and throw the ball and you keep running.
You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Bills now, as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Michael Palardy now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
Mayfield on play action.
Oh,
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another
man, I
time
can't
on
wait
his
to see a
backside.
cat picks a
Probably
little bit
starting to get
lower
a
like
little
a trade your
frustrated.
bum ass.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 2nd down, Mayfield.
Look at this. Look at this. Look how long it takes to throw the damn ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Good, good! Good, good! All right, now look at 56.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Flushed out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he finally goes down. Not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
He didn't do
It's
that
a
ugly
pickup
cut
of 4
back in.
to
That
bring
was a
up
touchdown.
2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2nd down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now look at 56.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them
You all you had to say like yesterday. But when you quiet when you did it though.
I threw a light while I was trying to make sure
when you did it though.
I was trying to make sure he's able to catch it.
Okay.
This is 3rd and 4.
Yeah, so much to say yesterday, right? Now he's mute.
Now Allen. He'll check it down to Geis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Palardy now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo.
Is it time for her to eat again?
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble
Give me
pays
that bottle
off.
when
They
you get
get
home,
the first.
We gave her the bottle when
Now
she
this
came home,
worked,
right?
so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I would even go into fake punt formation. That's like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, we're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, second down.
How about that, partner?
Riley.
Explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
My girl.
Detroit!
Baby Roy.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Riley.
From the gun, it's Allen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Caught height right when I was being audible.
Buffalo, 42 yards.
Good shit.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chalked it up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball free and brings up 4 down.
Stop yelling at me.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, a mullet in the middle of the field, and you can make a play on the football.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes in and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns downs up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
See my baby. See my baby.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll go again to Jones. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Jones. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield being chased out left. Receiver, and he's brought down. Jerry Hughes in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
We'll be letting Jerry Hughes have a Hall of Fame game. You will not throw the damn ball away.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and that's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
All right, now look at 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and
Why
goal.
does everyone do that color? It's like once I said it, everyone started doing it. The royal blue and the gold. I feel like once I said something about it, now everyone does it.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
You threw that ball earlier when Diggs was still blocking him. That could have been a touchdown.
Defense, 2 extra defensive
holding on to the ball forever.
Essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here come the Bills. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 39, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I wish you would talk about some marriage. I would whoop your ass.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he can't hang on.
What you got? You got sharp.
Intercepted.
Baby
They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Dada.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. Oh, he's got a man.
Are you serious? You guys can't tackle him now.
To the 40-yard line before
just give him a 4th down completion. Y'all can't tackle.
17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
That was a gutsy call.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay.
Yo, y'all can't tackle now?
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Allen now on 1st down. Benjamin with it over the middle.
No one knows how to tackle.
Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Leopard!
Here's Geis. And
even Luke Kuechly can't tackle.
He's brought down at the 9.
Guy with 94
4
tackles
yards on the
can't
play,
tackle.
and that leads
Whole
to
team.
the 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with
Oh,
a
my God.
touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Allen dancing to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds.
They don't
Right
try
at
to
the
throw it,
3.
so I just stood there
The
just in
improv
case.
on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On the ground, Geis. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They run with Geis. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got it.
What's
So
that?
the 2-point
How type of
conversion
defense
is
goes?
good, and they
That
add on
was.
to their 4th quarter lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Nigga, throw the ball.
Fire one deep over. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
1st down, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, You put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
They felt like they were full, like they felt like
a second down throw for Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got his target, Samuel. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him off the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll look to throw. This complete to the tight end Clay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Because if not, I'll be punting to his ass.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. I got 87. That's me, boy. Hot.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now he's forced, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to the...